Hello, I'm just going to kill some time. There's just a few things which are going on at the moment. I'll cover a few of those things. The 9800 X3D, a lot of people were saying for the end of this month, but it now looks like it's going to be early next month. This is coming about for two reasons, sooner rather than later. The first one is probably the sales of the 9000 series is kind of flopped. The multitasking was there, but on gaming performance and other things, it was very hit and miss, and there wasn't a lot of incentive to upgrade. Now, the other issue was that obviously people who got the 7800 really enjoyed it, and so when these chips got released, I think there's a hell of a lot of people who were just like, yeah, but we're going to wait for the 9800, even if it's a year. Now, it just so happens because the 9000 series hasn't sold very well, and that also because Intel's releasing their new chip, they wanted to be king for gaming, so they've going to push forward their 9800, which rumours was it was going to be end of October, but it looks like it's going to be round about somewhere between this around the 7th of November, I think it is, the new rumour is for it. So it's not that far away. A couple of things with that one. There's a few benchmarks released with that one. There's some of them show 10% gains versus the 7800. Some of them show 2% gains, but it's not as simple as that. There's other such things in the construction of the actual chip, things to do with power delivery, your heat, the single core performance versus games, like games that kind of like the more single core, higher clock speeds versus say the multi. So there's more to it than that. It could well be that it is only like say 5-10%, but I would dare say in some of the games which should be coming out more so in the future, I can see those having bigger gains on that one. But the other issue with that is that the pricing. Now, because of the 9000 series not doing well and people seem to have money in their pockets to burn, the 7800 chips have gone through the roof. I would say that in some instances I've seen them go up by 25% in price, which is insane. Now, the thing is if the 9800 is not much different, then obviously the 7800 is going to fall through the floor. It might just be that they actually stop making them as well for a while. I'm not sure what's going to go on there. So if you can hold off, I would at least hold off until you see the price of the 9800. If it's not too bad, which I personally think, I don't think it will be, it could be worth holding out and getting that. But if you can get hold of the 7800 at a good price, then there is that as well. Now, that's for that. I'm obviously going to wait and see what happens with that side of things. If anybody who's into movies, this was another one that turned up the other day. Comes in, it's very rare you get these. It comes in a Warner Brothers box, but it's because it's a limited edition. Say limited, there's only like 27,500 or something. But so yeah, it's the Freddy Nightmare on Elm Street 4K. It comes with the slipcase, posters, which I always say are useless because they're always so tightly folded that when you open up the crease to hell. There's so many of these come in different collector's editions and stuff, and to me it's pointless because, like I said, the creases are so harsh, it makes it no point. So a holder there, and I had all the, it's like got like some nice stills and stuff. It's quite thin, but it's got quite a lot of nice stills from the film. Now, these are just all different cards from different people. A very young Johnny Depp, John Saxon. There's a few of these, and these look like redesigned lobby stills. Lobby stills, like I say, I'm not 100% if these were, but they look very much like they were lobby stills. But lobby stills normally go that way, so I think they've just altered them slightly. Lobby stills is something you don't really see much in cinemas these days, where if you're walking up the stairs to the cinema or walking in, you'd sometimes see posters for films, but you'd also see like these on the walls in frames, and they're usually at least twice the size of this, and different scenes from the films. The British ones and the American ones, I'm trying to remember which way is which, looked slightly different from each other, but they look like they were lobby stills that have been re-altered, but they're nice as well. The Steelbook. Now you can buy just this on its own. I think it's still available, but yeah, these sold out almost straight away, the collector's editions. And for my last thing, just because it came in the post because I ran out, these are Arctic Silver cleaner and purifier. They normally come in a set, and my last ones have just run out, but they should literally last you years. What these are used for is that when you're taking apart your CPU, obviously you're going to have paste on the inside and paste on the CPU. You apply this with hopefully like a lint-free piece of cloth or piece of kitchen roll. You can just wipe it off. You get as clean as you possibly can on the AIO or whatever block air cooler you're using, and then on the CPU as well. Get it as nice and clean as you can, and then there's a one called the purifier which you put on, which is kind of like an alcohol-based thing, which just kind of like cleans the area. And then obviously before you apply anything else, you just got to make sure that you've not left any hairs behind or any bits of your cloth or kitchen roll behind as well. You want to always make sure of that. But the reason why I'm pointing this one out is just because these have been so good to me over the years. They've made the job a hell of a lot easier, because anyone who works with say thermal paste and that know what can be a bit clarty and a bit of a pain to get it off. And if you don't have anything like this, you can use things like alcohol and pure alcohol. There's other such things on the market as well, but these have never let me down. They've always done a good job. And obviously it's the same company makes thermal paste as well. But yeah, for anybody who does a lot of CPU changing and stuff like that, that likes tinkering or changing things over, highly recommend using these. It makes life easier. Yeah, anyway, apart from that, I'm on with Silent Hill 2, the remake. Having to use a good few mods, mainly because some of the stuttering and some of the playbacks, it's even on a machine like this, it needs patched, but luckily the modding community has already got to the main roots of the problems and stuff with it, and the game is a hell of a lot better when you use the mods that are available on the PC. And also the good thing about the PC is there's a hell of a lot of mods coming out to actually make it either look better in certain ways, bring original costumes back, change different animations and stuff. They've already got off to a good start, so I'll be interested to see where that goes as well. But about 75% of the way through the game, and I'm loving it at the moment. Really, really good. Slower paced than something like Resident Evil 4 and stuff like that. But yeah, really, really good game. And pretty unnerving at parts as well. The sound design is excellent. If you've got like a surround system and stuff like that, it's really well done. Anyway, so the next time I'll probably check in as such. Might be some news about the 9800 X3D, but like I say, a lot of that's going to come down to what they're going to charge for the thing as well. I know. Bye.